Part 2. Can I make Oobleck suspension work? On the face of a jump, if your suspension has low dampening resistance, the front end will simply fall forward, making it feel as if someone is trying to push you over the bars, and if you bottom out, this happens because the kinetic energy is not properly absorbed from your suspension before it bottoms out, essentially turning your fork into a rigid tube, sending the remaining kinetic energy to your wrist. To combat this, high absorption suspension, specially tuned to fit the rider's weight and style, is installed on the bike, but this technology costs lots of money. But what doesn't cost money is the random BS I can find in my kitchen, so I'm going to try to make performance suspension out of that. Oobleck suspension part 2, I'm going to change my formula, let me explain. Alright, instead of water, I'm going to be using this cheap ass motor oil. And some cornstarch. I don't know if this will make Oobleck. I really hope it does, and I hope the cornstarch and oil mix. A problem with regular Oobleck is that the water and the cornstarch will separate, and that will cause the suspension to lock up altogether, and it will make basically a powdery mess inside of the suspension. Alright, now it's time to actually get into making the formula. I learned that you actually got to use quite a bit of this cornstarch for the Oobleck to be pretty effective. But I also want it to have actual suspension long-lasting properties. I hope this will work good enough so I can kind of keep this as a permanent solution. I doubt it, but that's what experiments are for. Alright, after a lot of mixing, I got this concoction. I'll admit, it is not quite Oobleck, but it's pretty damn, stiff. It moves nice, almost like slime. It's a lot like slime. It did not quite get the Oobleck effect, but it's a lot stiffer than just straight oil. It does have a lubricated property, and when you move slowly, it's not as thick versus if you move fast. Although it's not quite Oobleck, I think I might be onto something. The only thing that worries me is that whenever you take and you rub your fingers like this, it feels kind of grainy between your fingers. I think this legitimately might ruin my suspension, so please like and subscribe so I can actually buy good parts and not have to do this anymore. I'm going to do a before and after so you can see the results. As you can see, it worked. As for longevity, I don't even know. I haven't even ridden it. But stay tuned. I'm going to take this to a dirt bike trail and see how well it does.